Hi, and welcome back to the show. Well, today we have Sheldon Wolf. He is the president of Canada Credit Fix and is one of Canada's top forensic credit experts. He is a specialist and an educator to Canadians on topics such as credit score improvement, bankruptcy and insolvency recovery, and identity theft protection. Sheldon brings to the table over 25 years of credit experience and is the developer of Canada's newest credit improvement solution called CreditSlab. Sheldon, we've had you on the show with your CreditSlab in the past, and I continue to be amazed with all the results your clients are having. Thanks again for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So let's take a closer look at this program and the ability that you're giving basically entrepreneurs a chance to get out there and make a little bit of money on this, the whole affiliate program. Briefly, just tell us the synopsis behind the CreditSlab before we get into more of the nitty-gritty.
Well, in a nutshell, what the CreditSlab does is it helps the consumer who may be post-bankruptcy trying to recover, or just a young guy simply trying to get credit who's been having problems getting credit, or a guy with bad credit who's trying to rebuild new credit. But what it does is it helps them put 3 positive trade lines, 3 pieces of good credit on their credit report. And what that will do is, if you take care of it, it boosts your credit score. It's plain and simple. I've mixed it with some other ingredients. So you're going to get the actual tablet computer. I'm going to pull it out here. Mm-hmm. Oops. Nope. We just had a crash. There we go. You still there?
Yep. I got you.
Okay, so I'm going to pull it out here. The CreditSlab is an actual tablet. So you're going to get the tablet, and you're going to get the 3 pieces of nice clean credit showing up on your credit report, and then you're also going to get a GIC at the end. So when you're done paying for everything and making these monthly payments, you're actually going to get a GIC, which is like getting cash back. So essentially it pays for itself almost, but most importantly, you can throw the CreditSlab in the garbage because at the end of the day, who cares about that? You care about having your credit clean. You care about having rebuilt credit and a nice high credit score. So that's the name of the game. And what's important is you're helping your customer rebuild their credit.
Oh, it sounds great. And in interviews, some of your clients or some of your customers have noted increases as much as 100 to 150 points in less than a year. How does that happen so fast?
It's having positive credit. So when you apply for something, the lender you're applying at is going to see that you have reestablished credit, that you've reproven yourself and shown that this is the new you. And it's so important to have something offset maybe the negative from the past, the bankruptcy that you had 4 years ago, and that sort of thing. So it's showing that this is the new you. And having a lot of times people think that just having a secured credit card, well, that's going to boost your credit. And what happens in a lot of cases, it actually works the opposite way because they overutilize it. What's important is having 3 pieces of credit, whether an installment and revolving and getting an investment in your name, having something. So we've chosen a GIC, which makes you look rock solid when you have 3 pieces plus investments, right?
So it's my understanding that this new affiliate program with brokers, agents, and entrepreneurs is something that you're kind of out promoting. Tell me more about this program.
Well, it's a great sister business. Let's just say, for example, you're a mortgage broker. Mm-hmm. There's nothing worse than having a client in your office who wants to get his mortgage, wants to buy the house, and everything's great, and he's all gung-ho, and having to be the guy who says no. And why? Well, because CMHC has policies, GE has policy, Genworth and the lenders, CIBC, every bank has policies. Your score needs to be this much or you're not approved. Well, the problem is a lot of these guys have good re-established credit, but their score is really low. This will set you up and help boost your score to where the banks are going to want to see your score go, where they're going to see your credit looking. It's all about getting approved, and there's nothing better. Music to the mortgage broker's ears when the bank phones back and said, "Yeah, I remember that client from 6 months ago, but we'll approve him now," right?
Well, money makes the world go round. Without it, nobody can make a sale. So they're one example. But who is the best to promote the CreditSlab, and tell our audience why?
Any business that involves people having credit. So whether it be a dealership, For automobiles, well, let's face it, most people these days, if you're going to buy a car or lease a car, got to have good credit. Otherwise, you're going to end up at a subprime dealer, which isn't a big deal either, because let's just say you have to get that high rate interest on a car, and that's what's going to keep you driving. Well, play around with the Credit Slab for 6 months, 12 months. You can always go back and rewrite the loan. So dealerships another great example, mortgage brokers great example, realtors, anything that involves people having to have good credit, or simply someone who's been involved in the trustee industry, the bankruptcy insolvency industry, someone who's involved in consumer proposals. There's nothing more rewarding than helping the guy get back on his feet after he's taken such a blow like a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal. It eliminates your customer being declined, because everybody is guaranteed to get approved for the Credit Slab. It is simply to help you rebuild, get back on your feet without having to go place to place looking for credit only to get declined and lower your score even more. So,
And how easy is it to set up?
Very easy. If you want to become one of our affiliates, everything is done electronically. If you have a website, you're a mortgage broker, you're a realtor, or a dealership, it costs you virtually nothing to have this on your website, and becomes a nice little extra bonus, not only because of the extra couple of dollars you're going to make being an affiliate of ours, but imagine doubling or tripling your business because all these people you said no to, instead of just kicking them to the curb and saying, sorry, no, your score's too low, get lost, or you don't have enough new credit showing up on your credit. This kind of is a second chance and keeps your client in the loop for you and says, hey, look, I'm willing to work with you. Get on this program and let's try doing your mortgage in 3 months from now, or let's try rewriting your car loan that we're giving you today in 6 months from now. It's a way to say yes to a client.
Well, it seems like an alternate revenue stream. You're almost never saying no to business. It sounds like great. So someone can actually make a career out of marketing your services and products?
Absolutely, it's a great source of revenue, but more importantly, it's the business you're getting by keeping the client for your regular business. But I mean, it's sad, but the downturn of our economy a few years back, it put people in situations they never thought in a million years they'd be in. The guy who ended up having to file bankruptcy 3 years ago, never in a million years ever pictured that would happen to him. This is about people who want to get back on their feet. This is about people who want to help people get back on their feet. And that's what this is all about.
So this is like a business opportunity. So we know you have a business in a box program for Canada Credit Fix. Can someone do both or just one, or how flexible are you?
All of my products, all of my services go hand in hand. You could almost play connect the dots with my companies. So whether it be credit repair, whether it be debt settlement, whether it be, you've heard me talk about identity theft protection, that's also included with this Credit Slab. But this Credit Slab is a great companion to our business in a box for a credit repair, because a lot of times it's not about just building the guy's credit. It's a matter of cleaning up some of the old messes that maybe have left behind in the bankruptcy, or simply a matter of some mistakes that were on the guy's credit from before. So there's the so-called cleaning of the old and building of the new. So they are great companion businesses for sure.
Well, and I know you specifically target mortgage brokers, auto dealers, and trustees. Why is that?
Well, the obvious with the mortgage brokers and the dealerships is they're entrepreneurial usually, and they're rewarded best when their deal goes together. The consumer is the ultimate winner here with these products and services. They're the ones who want to buy their homes and buy their cars and get their credit repaired, and they're the ultimate winners. But as far as the trustees go, they've taken such a bad rap over the last so many years as being the and it's unfortunate because there's a lot of really good trustees out there, a lot of really good credit counseling programs out there, but there's a bunch of really not so good ones as well, and it's kind of tarnished the industry to make them look kind of predatory and vulture-ish. And what nicer way to clean up the industry than by actually caring about what happens after the proposal is done, or after the insolvency is done, after the discharge is completed, rather than just saying, well, there you go, get lost, we're done, to actually take it the next step and point them in the right direction. It involves absolutely no work to give someone good advice. It takes absolutely no work.
Well, and it's interesting, I'm just thinking in a business sense of all the business that in the past I've had to turn away because they just couldn't afford the product. So, well, tell me, in your opinion, hypothetically, could this actually double or triple your business?
Absolutely. If I was a mortgage broker, I would have all my clients who get declined go on a program like this, whether it be the credit repair or whether it be the credit slab if it's a matter of credit score. Same thing with dealers. I mean, this is simply to help you build your existing clients and stop saying no to your clients. It's so easy to give good advice and point them in the right direction. That's what you do when you're an affiliate. You point them in our direction, you get a couple bucks, and the ultimate winner, like I say over and over again, is the consumer. And this is about customer retention. This is about being able to go the extra mile for your customer. And I'll tell you what the future is. The future is this. If you're a consumer, you have to ask yourself, does your mortgage broker care enough to go the extra mile for you? And if you're not one of those mortgage brokers that wants to take part in anything after you say no, then that says something about who you're dealing with as a consumer. So the good brokers that I know, the good dealerships, the good people I know in the insolvency industry, and these are people that actually do care. And they do what they do because they do care about consumers, and that's why they got into their business.
Well, I've often heard you talk about the two sides of the desk in every broker's office. Tell us about that.
Well, everybody in the what I'm going to call the credit industry, whether you're a broker, whether you're even a bank for that matter, you have deals that go together on one side of the desk, and you have the deals that end up declined. And often you hear people complaining, especially realtors and mortgage brokers, that the market slowed and there's just not enough people out there, and they're always looking for more market share. Well, all you have to do is look to the left side of your desk where all those deals that you couldn't put together, and you want to double your market share. Well, why don't we try and figure out how to make those go together? And sometimes it's simple tweaks, simple mistakes on someone's credit report, or simply just a matter of helping them rebuild their credit. And not only do you have a client, but you have a loyal client. You are retaining. It's all about customer retention, and there is nothing better than a loyal consumer, and that's what we're all about, is building relationships with our partners, building relationships with our consumers.
Sheldon, thanks for having us on or being on the show again today. I feel like I'm in your world when you come join me. Thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
And if you're interested in knowing more about the Credit Slab, visit www.creditslab.com or call 1-866-530-3646 and chat with Sheldon or one of his affiliate marketing specialists. Thank you all for joining us once again. Cheers.